Welcome to Talkback TV. This show is to highlight Blazer athletes and get an inside scoop of their life and behind the scenes of their sports. Today we have running back for Valdosta State, Isaiah Flowers. So, Isaiah, are you excited?
Words can't really explain the feeling that I'm feeling right now for this season.
Okay, so before we get started, we're going to do a little icebreaker game. So, are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
So, this game is called Trivia Time. You'll have 20 seconds to answer 5 questions.
Okay.
If you don't get it, you'll have a penalty at the end.
I got you.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
I see what you did there. Football and penalty.
Yeah,
okay.
Penalty, yeah.
Smooth.
So, question 1. Who doesn't know if they want Jada Waiter or Ruby Rose?
Tyler.
When she hollers blank, that means pull up.
Don't know.
Okay. It's cool when?
It's cool when they do it. It's probably when I do it.
Who was outside hanging out the windows with their friends?
I have no idea. I'm bad at this.
Who went from rags to riches?
What is his name? Gonna skip that one too.
Okay, well, you did get 3 out of 5.
That's D?
Yeah. But it's okay. But the answer for who went from rags to riches? Rod Wave.
Rod Wave.
So, now that we did all that, let's learn about you.
All right.
So, what got you playing football?
Let me see. I started playing football at the age of 5. Played for this little team called Westside Wildcats in Jacksonville. My first year, I was really, really bad. Like, I used to always watch football with my dad growing up and stuff. Like, anytime my mom tried to change the channel, I would cry and stuff like that. After I played, say, like 3 years at Westside, I ended up getting recruited by this team called Sweetwater. And then from there is kind of where I made, like, a drastic change. I got way better. I started networking with other players and stuff, and I actually still have some cool friendships that I still have to this day with those same guys.
Okay, so let me guess. Do you have to say Duval a lot?
Yeah. I make it known, every chance I get.
That you from Jacksonville?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So who would you say impacted your life the most?
I have to say my dad. Ever since I was a little kid, playing my first game, he was always there recording me. Like, even after the games, I used to always run up to him, like, hey, did you get the game? Did you get the game? And I would just always see myself, like, running on film. That's really how, like, I got into, like, film study at, like, an early age, only because it was, like, from my pops. Just to see him go through so much and still be there to support me and take care of my family was really my inspiration.
Okay, so, of course, like, VSU is undefeated so far. Mm-hmm. So what is the difference from this team and last year's team? Like, what is it, a mindset? Is it a culture thing? Mm-hmm. Is it buying into the program? Like, what would you say clicked for this, like drastic change? You know what I mean? Like, not even, it's just like a change. What would you say?
I think it was all 3 of those points that you mentioned. We got a bunch of guys in, a lot of new faces, so you're going to have to, mold those guys into the culture. Even though they might be like, oh, these guys were 5 and 6, and you have the guys who are mature enough to say, hey, it is what it is. ROW, remember Lot's wife, that's something that we always go by. Not only that, but you just have more mature guys as far as, okay, we're here to play ball, we're here to win. Like, we're not here to just to put on a uniform. Like, you have people who play football, and you have football players. The people who play football are the ones who want to dress up and do all the flashy stuff on Instagram. Your football players are your guys who really want to put the work in and, sacrifice their summer. Like, over the summer, we had, like, most of the team here. Like, guys didn't even go home. The only time that we went home was when we had our mandatory break. But other than that, people were down here working. So I really think that this team is way more mature than we had. Leadership is a big thing to deal with that, too, as well.
Yeah, so I remember when you were talking that, you said, remember Lot's wife. Mm-hmm. And it's because she looked back.
Right.
So y'all's mindset is that
to never look
back, no matter the circumstance.
No matter the circumstance.
I like that. I really do. Real question. Everybody knows you're a good football player. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows you. You walk on campus, you're an athlete. That's Isaiah Flowers. We know him.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Is that pressure? Like, is that like, how does that make you feel when you step on the field and you have to pretty much exceed people's expectations and realize that their expectations don't matter, just yours for yourself? How does that make you feel?
Honestly, I try not to, care about it too much as far as, the fans thinking what they think. Because at the end of the day, I'm the one that's playing on the field. And I remember actually, being a little upset a couple of days ago, and great friend Sean Coleman, he was like, "Hey man, just think about how you was last year and now versus this year." And all I could think about was like not playing. And now that I am playing, it's just like, dang, let me not take this for granted. Soaking in my feelings, AKA remember last wife. Let me not worry about last game. Let me not worry about the stats and stuff. Let me just go ahead and continue to get better each and every day.
Yeah, because I mean, being a running back, you gotta run through people.
Yeah.
Like you have to. I've seen like when you played the last past weekend about how y'all really get hit.
Yeah.
Like I would literally say, here you go. Yeah. Like if you really want the ball this bad, here you go.
Nah, so, I can't do that. can't do that one.
Yeah, no. But what would you say like your favorite highlight of V-State football has been for you?
My biggest highlight so far, man, is really this spring and the summer. Like just to be able to get everybody to get on one page and get on one accord. And I want to say the highlight right now this season is probably when we went down to Albany State. Man, we went down there, we scored first drive, and then, we kind of came out kind of stale second quarter. We went into halftime. Coach gave us a little speech. Of course we heard it, but at the same time, we looked at each other as like brothers, and we was like, hey, bro, like we really got to go out there and we got to put on the show. Like we need to tighten up. So we ended up coming out and really just putting on a way better performance that we have in the first half. And then it came down to the very last play. But I almost cried that game, and I almost cried because we didn't give up on each other. We didn't start bickering towards each other. We never, broke down. We only got stronger, and that's really why we won that game at Albany State.
Yeah, no, that game, we actually had to be there and, worked it. And, yeah, it was a good game.
It was.
Even this past weekend, how are you going to deal with the people that counted y'all out last year?
Mm-hmm.
And, the fake love, the fake support? What is your mindset for this year when that comes back? Because, now y'all are winning. So now people, you know what I mean? How people are very, funny acting about, going out and supporting only when it's beneficial for them. Pretty much like Alabama fans.
Yeah, I got you.
They're not having the best season that they've had before.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, oh, how do you feel now?
No, I feel like what we just have to do is to continue to keep our head down and keep working. You're not going to win a whole season by just starting off 4-0 or 3-0 or whatever the case may be. You never know who that next opponent is going to be. It's a nameless great face. That's what our coach calls it. Just to continue to do that each and every day and just take it day by day, step by step, instead of being, result driven. You're more so worried about just doing your job. Another thing, some people came from different places. They're not used to winning. So us going 1-0 is big for them. They never won a college game based on the other schools that they went to. So now that they're here and we're winning, they're getting used to winning and all the people coming in and stuff. But at the same time, they got to be able to flip a switch. Because in the spring, we remember we ran to the stadium one day. We ran to the stadium from the field house, and we were doing stadiums. And then Coach Jackson was just like, hey, these are the same stands that these fans are going to sit in, the fans that doubted y'all and stuff like that. And in our head, we just like, well, at the end of the day, even when we had our scrimmages, we were our only supporters. We were our only loud people. So that's why we have so much energy on the sideline. We come up with chants and things like that. So we know that we're going to be here for each other, whether they're fans in the stands or not. We're still going to put on the show.
Yeah, because I can hear y'all from the press box up top yelling, oh, yeah? Is that what y'all do?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can hear y'all. It makes me want to say it sometimes. I do be saying, oh, yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
So what would you say your end goal is right now?
My end goal with football or life?
Both.
Well, I'll say my end goal with football, man, is to enjoy the experience. Like I said, I didn't play last year. My biggest thing is to give these guys the experience of what winning is. I know a lot of guys came from JUCOs or smaller schools that they only probably won 1 or 2 games out their season. And now that we're constantly winning, game after game after game after game, I want those guys to feel that. And I also want these guys to get a chance to get interviewed and stuff so they can see how it feels. Like, yeah, we can go out, put up big numbers, but they don't see the things that aren't on the stat sheet, like who's blocking hard or who's playing all the way through the whistle. My biggest thing is the experience, just being able to go out one day, tell your kids, oh, well, I did this and such level, woo, 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 but really just having everybody happy and on one page. As far as life, just want to be healthy because, playing football, it tears down at your body, especially like when you get up in age. It's just a lot of things that can happen. So just being healthy is my main thing, mentally and physically.
And I liked how you talked about kids and stuff. So would you say you impact kids' life? If a kid walked up to you and said, what do I have to do to get where you're at? Or what do I have to do to keep going? What would you tell a little kid, or even your younger self now? What would you tell your younger self now that you are?
I would tell my younger self or any younger kid to be resilient. When you pray for the rain, you got to deal with the mud. Even when it is raining, it's not going to rain forever. The sun will come out. So having perseverance and being resilient is the main thing. Also having tough skin. Everything's not going to go your way. But when it does go your way, don't get complacent because it can get right out of your hands, like just that fast. I actually had a kid come up to me the other day after, I want to say, the Kaiser game. His mom was just like, hey, can my son get a picture with you? And then right there, I'm like, wow, this is real. Yeah. So we took a picture and stuff, but like that whole night, that was kind of like the only thing that I kind of dwelled on. I'm just like, wow, a kid really, came to the game to see everybody, and he wanted to take a picture like with me. Like that's really crazy. But to tell my younger self, I say just take it day by day, keep your head down, and keep working, and stay out of trouble.
Yeah, because kids really do look up to athletes, and that's not the only kid that's going to approach you. Like, you might be hanging in the kid's room one day. You never know, just impacting their life like that.
Yeah.
So, let's say you were in a tough spot. What teammate would you call?
If I was in a tough spot right now, I don't know. It's actually a couple of.
You can name more than one.
So we got Sean Coleman. Sean Coleman's been there ever since I got here. We both came in around the same year. Sean Coleman, that's my guy, man. I'm not gonna lie. Aaron Dawson, he's another one of those great guys. He was here when I was here. A new guy who just came in. His name's Jordan Taylor. What were we doing? Man, I just remember he called me one day and he was just like, hey, man, I think we should do some more team bonding stuff, in order to get the team, flowing the right way. And then I was just like, okay, so this guy, he really wants it. Like, he really wants it. So from that point, he called me and I got to talking to some of my guys and I was like, hey, y'all meet us on the front line at such and such time and we're just going to have like a little team powwow. So we got Sean Coleman, Aaron Dawson, Jordan Taylor, kid named Day came from Dodge City. Who else? It's a couple guys. I can't name them all. Let me see. It's got to be one more for sure. One person I always talk to though is Sammy Edwards, quarterback. Yeah, we always talk every now and then, whether it's about football or life. Akil Lampley, Phillip Starks, Terrell Dudley.
So basically,
the team.
Y'all are brothers.
We're brothers, man.
Real brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. So, of course, you have Coach Tremaine and the other coaches. Is there any other coach that you depend on or look up to or get advice from? Because you're from Jacksonville, and football's big there.
Yeah, it is.
Even though the Jaguars,
Hey.
Even, I'm sorry, but even, let's be realistic.
I mean, hey, ROW, man.
Yeah.
Remember last wife.
That's true. But, since it's being so big, do you have a coach from down there that you're you can call and be like, had a good game and told him about it, or had a bad game and told him about it? Just another person outside of Valdosta that you can just, pick up the phone and call.
Yeah, I have a coach from Port Warner. We have Coach Donnie. We got Coach Moore, Coach Brown, those are like my top 3 Part 1 guys. Uh, who else we got? From high school, we have Coach Sullivan. Coach Sullivan was my head coach. He was actually the first coach to like really like take time with his athletes and really show them that it's life outside of football, and the only way that you're going to be able to get in college is not only through athletic play, but it's also through your grades. See, I didn't grasp that concept until it was too late. So now that I'm doing good and stuff, even when I was doing bad, he was the coaches that I had here used to call him, and then he would call me, and he would be like, "There's no way that I, prepared you for all this. And this is what you're doing." So we have him from up here. One of my favorite coaches, his name was Coach King. Coach King actually used to play here. He used to play O-line. He was all conference, probably All-American, I think. Coach King was one of those guys, like, he's going to look out for you. Like, yeah, it's about football, but at the same time, it's about you. So, like, we'll have, I want to say, it was a certain day out of the week. He'll call us in his office one by one, and then you would just tell him, like, how's life going, like, whether you got an old girl or how mom doing, how dad doing, just everything outside of football. That way, he would create that relationship with you. My dad was even a coach when I was a kid, but, his dad, he always going to be there. But as far as, just the professionalism of coaches, those are probably my top coaches.
Okay. Would you say your dad was hard on you to make you better?
He was, but it was really my sister. My sister actually taught me the game of football when I was a kid. So my sister, she would be like, "Hey, man, if you don't catch this pass, man, I'm going in the house." And then it just went from there. Like, I never stopped trying to get better. My sister was really one of my biggest role models. She always played sports. She played flag football in high school. She was actually all conference. And my sister's really good at football.
Yeah.
So she taught me the game, and then I kind of just adapted from there. Like, she still watches Flow Sports when we have games and stuff. So, like, she always calls me and be like, "Hey, go ahead and put us on the map, man." So, yeah, I have a couple people in my support system that always try to help me out.
And that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Get put on the map.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing to do. So being a college athlete, what would you tell another college athlete that is, let's say, wanting to, like, give up, throw in the towel? If your teammate was to walk in and was like, "Man, I'm tired of this," or "Man, I'm not getting in," or "Man, I'm hurt, like, I don't think I could bounce back from this," like, what would you say?
On a realistic standpoint, you have to really know that teammate as far as, like, them mentally. Not more so physically. Like, yeah, it'd be good to tell them, "Well, nah, bro, keep going. Like, keep doing it. Like, do this for us." But at the same time, when you've literally seen this guy, like, get screwed over the years, whether it be a new coaching staff or a coach is not liking this player, you just got to keep it real. Be like, "Hey, bro, if you don't want to do this no more, like, you don't have to do it."
Yeah.
Like, let that person know it's more to it than sports. Like, you still have life. Like, you still got to find the right one and get a family and get a stable job. Like, it's more to it than just sports. So I would support my friend 100% the decision that they make.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get out of here, we have one more game.
I hope I do good on this one.
You will. I mean, 3 out of 5 really isn't bad. I think you could have done better, because I think, like, when somebody watches this, they're going to be like, "All right, now, rags to riches."
Nah, for real. You might have to cut that part out.
Okay. So the game is Song Association.
So I have to name the title of the song?
I'm going to give you 5 words, and you have to come up with a song that has the word in it. Okay.
I need an example.
All right. So if I say sunshine, I have to come up with a song with sunshine in it. So I would say, "Ain't no sunshine when she gone."
Ain't no sunshine. Okay.
Yeah. So since you can sing now,
Whoa.
you got to sing it.
Nobody said I could sing.
But you just did it. You just had a run, too. You said, "Sunshine."
That was a run?
Yeah, that was a run.
Okay.
Even you leaned back because you was like, "Oh."
Chill. I just know
You
that
just
sound.
know, yeah.
I know it. Mm-hmm.
All right. So 5 words. Bag.
Bag.
Okay.
Hold on, bro. Ain't no way. I ain't know no song with bag in it, bro. Let me see. Can I get another word?
Yep. Hot.
Hot.
I have two on my head.
They're girl songs, aren't they?
No. I'm a hot boy. I'm a hot boy.
I don't even know that song.
You don't listen to Lil Baby? Or Not a Wick? Or I think everything Liddy, I like when it's hot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah?
Yeah.
That's like half the songs I heard today.
All right, well, say it.
Yeah. Bro, I'm not good at this. Yeah. No, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
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 Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nudie. God dang, nudie.
What about Money?
Money. I'm so bad. Money. Money. I'm trying to think.
Okay. Fire.
This girl is on fire. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Money.
Money. I got money in the bank. Shawty with the train. I
Yeah.
got money in the bank. But that's old. But that's WWE theme music right there, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
So you a WWE watcher?
Back in the day, I was.
Back
yeah.
in the day?
Back in the day.
I got a fun fact. I used to be too.
Yeah. Who's your favorite wrestler?
Okay. I loved Randy Orton.
Hey, you know something?
I loved Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
I even loved Rey Mysterio. That booyaka when he walked out. Yeah.
619.
Yeah. And then back in the day, I don't know if you was watching it back then, we used to go to WWE matches in Jacksonville, Savannah, because I live, do you know where Brunswick's at?
Yeah.
I live near there.
Okay.
And so, the Boogeyman.
Yeah, the Boogeyman. I know the Boogeyman.
Yeah, he used to scare me, but I loved him. Because, like, when he would, like, pick up the worms and just, like, I used to be like,
so
this is
disgusting.
sick. This is
Yeah.
hardcore stuff.
Boogeyman was crazy. We got D-Generation X, R-Truth from R-Truth.
Oh, R-Truth?
Yeah,
Yes.
him, Kofi Kingston. Who else? He got.
Remember CM Punk?
Yeah, I remember CM Punk.
CM Punk.
He got Batista, John Cena, of course. Everybody knows John
everybody
Cena.
liked John Cena. That's why I didn't list him.
Who else?
Because
I don't think you know Sabu. He was on ECW.
I wouldn't have known him.
Mark Henry.
Yes, I know Mark Henry. He was so big.
Undertaker, the Great Khali.
Yes, great,
yeah.
but he died.
Yeah, him and Umaga.
Yes. Well, thank you, Isaiah, for coming out and being able to share your experiences, your life with Talkback TV. And be sure to tune in on the next episode next week. And be sure to tune in this week to watch this episode of Isaiah Flowers share what he feels that football means to him. Thank you so much. I'm Taylor Lewis.
I'm Isaiah Flowers.
And be sure to tune in. Thank you.
Man, y'all tune in, man.